Everyday English listening. Let's listen to English every day because it helps us improve our listening skills, understand pronunciation better, learn new vocabulary, and become more confident in real conversations. Keep practicing. Good tips to speak English like a native speaker. Learning to speak English like a native is a common goal for many English learners around the world. It doesn't happen overnight, but with regular practice, smart strategies, and the right mindset, you can improve your speaking skills dramatically. Speaking like a native means more than just knowing grammar. It's about pronunciation, rhythm, natural expressions, and confidence. Below are some of the best tips to help you sound more like a native English speaker. 1. Listen more than you speak. One of the best ways to speak like a native is to listen to how native speakers actually talk. Watch English movies, TV shows, interviews, and YouTube videos. Listen to podcasts and audiobooks. Don't just focus on what they say, listen to how they say it. Pay attention to their pronunciation, intonation, and rhythm. For example, native speakers often connect words together. Instead of saying, "What are you doing?" they might say, "What you doing?" By listening carefully, you'll start to notice these patterns and be able to copy them. 2. Practice shadowing. Shadowing is a powerful technique. It means listening to a short piece of English audio and then immediately repeating what you hear, trying to match the speaker's pronunciation, speed, and intonation. You're like a shadow, following every move the speaker makes. Choose short clips, 30 to 60 seconds, from movies, TV, or podcasts. Play one sentence, pause, and repeat. Record yourself and compare it with the original speaker. This method helps your brain and mouth get used to speaking naturally and fluently. 3. Learn and use common expressions. Native speakers use many informal expressions, idioms, phrasal verbs, and slang. If you only speak with textbook grammar, your English may sound stiff or robotic. To sound natural, learn the real English that people use every day. Here are some examples. What's up? Instead of how are you? I'm gonna go instead of I am going to go. No worries instead of don't worry about it. Make a list of these expressions and practice using them in your own conversations. 4. Improve your pronunciation. Pronunciation is one of the biggest challenges for English learners. You don't need a perfect American or British accent, but clear and natural pronunciation is important. Focus on stress. Which syllables are louder, e.g., photograph, photographer, photographic. Intonation. How your voice goes up and down, used to show questions, emotions, etc. Linking sounds. Native speakers often link words together, e.g., I want to eat it sounds like I want to eat it. 5. Record yourself. Speaking. Many learners are afraid to hear their own voice, but recording yourself is a very effective way to improve. Choose a topic, speak for 1 or 2 minutes, and then listen to your recording. Pay attention to speed, clarity grammar, natural phrasing. Compare your speaking with native speakers on YouTube or in interviews. Over time, you'll start to hear your mistakes and fix them more easily. 6. Think in English. A key step to speaking like a native is thinking in English instead of translating from your native language. When you translate, your speech becomes slower and less natural. Try to think in simple English sentences throughout the day. For example, instead of thinking toi joy roi and translating it to I am hungry, just think directly in English, I'm hungry. When you see something, name it in English. That's a red car. It's raining. She looks happy. This helps your brain get used to English patterns and helps you speak faster. 7. Have conversations regularly. You won't improve much without speaking practice. Find people to talk to in English, either online or in real life. Try to have daily conversations, even if they're short. The more you speak, the more confident and fluent you become. 8. Learn English with emotion. It's easier to remember things when you're interested and emotionally involved. Don't just memorize boring lists. Learn through topics and activities you enjoy. Watch English comedy, listen to songs, read books, or talk about things you love. When you're excited or passionate, your brain learns faster. That's why native children learn English naturally. They're always using it in fun and meaningful ways. 9. Accept mistakes and keep going. Native speakers don't speak perfectly all the time. They make grammar mistakes, forget words, and say or Don't be afraid of making mistakes. Mistakes are part of learning. Instead of waiting to speak perfectly, just start speaking. If someone corrects you, say thank you and keep going. Confidence and practice will help you sound more natural over time. 10. Be patient and persistent. Speaking like a native is a journey. It takes time, effort, and regular practice. Some days you'll feel great, and other days you may feel frustrated. That's normal. The key is to keep going. Practice a little bit every day. Celebrate small improvements. Keep learning new words, expressions, and ways of speaking. Remember, every native speaker was once a baby who didn't speak any English. If they learned it, so can you. Good tips to speak English like a native speaker. Speaking English like a native speaker is a dream for many learners. It shows not only strong language skills, but also cultural understanding, fluency, and confidence. While it takes time and practice, the good news is that anyone can do it with the right strategies. Speaking like a native doesn't mean you have to be perfect, but it means you can speak smoothly, naturally, and clearly. In this article, we will explore helpful tips to improve your English speaking so that you can sound more like a native speaker every day. 1. Listen carefully and regularly. The first step to sounding like a native is listening. Pay close attention to how native speakers speak in real-life situations. Watch movies, listen to podcasts, follow English-speaking YouTubers, and try to listen daily. When you listen often, you get used to the rhythm, tone, and pronunciation of native speech. Focus on how they link words, where they pause, and which words they stress. Native speakers often speak fast and connect words together. For example, instead of saying, "What are you doing?" they might say, "What you doing?" When you listen closely, you'll start to recognize and use these natural patterns. 2. Practice shadowing. Shadowing is a technique where you repeat what a native speaker says immediately after hearing it. You copy their tone, pronunciation, and speed like an echo. Choose short clips from a podcast, movie, or speech. Play a sentence, pause, then repeat it exactly how you heard it. For example, native speaker, "I'm gonna grab some coffee." You, "I'm gonna grab some coffee." This helps train your mouth and brain to speak more fluently and naturally. Over time, you'll sound smoother and more confident. 3. Learn real-life phrases and idioms. Native English is full of common phrases, idioms, and expressions. These make speech sound natural and not robotic. If you only use grammar book sentences, your English might sound too formal or stiff. Here are a few examples. Instead of "I do not understand," say "I don't get it." Instead of "I am very tired," say "I'm exhausted." Instead of "That is interesting," say "That's pretty cool." Learning these everyday phrases helps you communicate naturally and understand others better. Keep a notebook of new expressions and practice using them. 4. Work on your pronunciation. Pronunciation is key to being understood and sounding like a native speaker. Focus on difficult sounds, word stress, and intonation. English is a stress-timed language, which means some words are stressed more than others in a sentence. For example, "I didn't say he stole the money." You're stressing "say" to show doubt. "I didn't say he stole the money." You're stressing different words, changing the meaning. You can use pronunciation apps like Elsa Speak, Youglish, or Forvo to hear and practice words. Also, try to mimic the rise and fall of native intonation patterns. It helps make your speech sound musical and natural. 5. Think in English. Many learners think in their native language and translate into English. This slows down speaking and can make sentences sound unnatural. Instead, train your brain to think in English. Start with simple things. It's cold today. I'm hungry. I need to study. Talk to yourself in English when walking, cooking, or relaxing. Describe what you see, think, and feel in English. The more you think in English, the faster you'll speak it. 6. Practice speaking. Every day. The more you speak, the better you get. Find ways to speak English every day. If you don't have someone to talk to, practice by yourself. Read out loud, record your voice, or speak to yourself in the mirror. You can also join online language exchange apps like HelloTalk, Tandem, Speaky, English-speaking clubs, or groups online English classes or conversation meetups. Don't wait until you're perfect to start speaking. The only way to sound natural is to keep speaking and make mistakes. 7. Record yourself and listen back. Recording. Your own voice is a powerful way to hear how you really sound. Choose a short topic, like your favorite movie or your day, speak for 1 to 2 minutes, then listen to the recording. Ask yourself, is my speech clear? Did I speak too fast or too slowly? Did I use natural expressions? You can also compare your speech to native speakers. Try to copy their tone and rhythm. Over time, you'll hear your improvement and feel more confident. 8. Be confident and relax. One of the biggest problems for English learners is fear of making mistakes. But remember, even native speakers make mistakes sometimes. What matters is communication, not perfection. Smile, relax, and speak with confidence. If you don't know a word, describe it in other words. If you forget something, pause and continue. Speaking naturally means being comfortable, even when you're not perfect. 9. Keep learning and stay motivated. Fluent and natural English takes time. Set small, clear goals for yourself. Learn 3 new phrases a day. Practice speaking for 10 minutes daily. Watch 1 English video with subtitles. Stay curious. Keep reading, listening, speaking, and learning. Celebrate your progress. The more motivated you are, the faster you'll improve. Speaking English fluently and naturally like a native speaker is not something that happens overnight. It takes time, effort, and daily practice. One of the most effective ways to improve your speaking skills is by listening to English every single day. Listening helps you absorb pronunciation, rhythm, vocabulary, and sentence structure without even realizing it. The more you listen, the better you understand how native speakers use the language. Over time, this listening practice will make your speaking smoother, more confident, and more natural. Let's explore why listening every day is so powerful and how it can help you speak English like a native speaker. Listening builds a strong foundation. When you were a baby, how did you learn your native language? You listened first. For many months, you listened to your parents, family, and people around you before you even said your first word. The same idea applies when learning English. By listening to native speakers every day, you are training your ears and brain. You start to recognize common phrases, natural sentence patterns, connected speech, intonation, and emotion. This foundation is very important. It helps you feel more confident and ready to speak when the time comes. You may not speak perfectly at first, but your brain is already storing the patterns. Daily listening improves your speaking rhythm. Native English speakers have a natural rhythm when they speak. Some words are stressed more than others, and the voice rises and falls with feeling. If you want to sound more like a native speaker, you need to copy this rhythm. By listening every day, your ears become used to this natural flow. Over time, you will start to copy this rhythm automatically when you speak. Try this. Listen to a short sentence. Repeat it exactly how the speaker said it. Pay attention to speed, stress, and intonation. This practice helps you sound smoother and more natural. Conclusion. If you want to speak like a native speaker, don't wait for the perfect moment or the right lesson. The best way to improve is to keep practicing by listening to English every single day. Listening helps you learn pronunciation, vocabulary, rhythm, and confidence. All the things that make your speaking sound natural. Make listening a part of your life. Repeat, shadow, and speak what you hear. Stay consistent, be patient, and enjoy the process. Every day you listen is another step closer to sounding like a native speaker. Keep going. You're doing great. Speaking English like a native speaker is not about having a perfect accent. It's about being clear, natural, and confident. By listening daily, practicing shadowing, learning real expressions, improving your pronunciation, and speaking regularly, you will sound more and more like a native. Mistakes are part of learning. Keep going, stay positive. Every day, every word, and every conversation takes you one step closer to your goal. Soon people will ask you, "Are you a native speaker?" And you'll smile and say, "Not yet, but I'm getting there." Final thoughts. Speaking English like a native speaker is not about being perfect. It's about being confident, natural, and comfortable. With the right methods like listening often, practicing shadowing, using common expressions, and speaking daily, you'll improve more than you expect. Stay curious, be brave, keep practicing. And one day, people might ask you, "Are you a native speaker?"